Hey guys, and welcome to episode 27 of the weekly wrestling show, hashtag Total Markout. On this week's episode, we'll be covering the main storylines in WWE, and then we'll take a look at this week's wrestling headlines. Also on this show, we'll be responding to your requests in Dan's You Get It Rich! And the result of this week's hashtag Top 10. So let's meet this week's panel. Just one guy with me today, and some say that this man is so geek that when he's on a date with Emma Frost, she made his colossus hard as metal. And that he's the only man that could drink Thor under the table. It's Dan, the Geek King Adamson. How you doing, Dan?
I'm cool, but I believe I'm tired of Hercules on that one.
Maybe, just maybe. As I'm the producer, I'm the only Mr. No Days Off, SteveJones313. And thanks for tuning in, whether you're joining us via YouTube or Blip TV. Now, as stated last week, Erik Van Djismie can't be with us as he's off promoting the hashtag Total Markout World Tour in the Valleys.
What's up? Yes, what's up?
So we'll say right now. So we're going to say right now, if you want to follow him on Twitter, you can check him out at Erik Van Djismie. That's ErikVanDjismie.
I don't, because he actually FF'd himself today. So
yeah, he FF'd himself. So he hashtag FF'd himself today.
Doesn't understand the idea is to get new followers, not to already reach.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You're helping other people be more than you.
Yes, but
helping people be better than you. Where's the competition in that?
Yes, but he's reaching people who already know who the fuck he is.
Now with all that bullshit out the way, it's time for us to check out the main WWE storylines in this week's.
No, is that my cue?
That's your cue.
WWE Recap!
I was thinking, because I've scripted it, he's not going to say that. 2 fucking words. He's going to go, fuck you, how dare you script me. So, right, the WWE Recap, we're looking at the storylines going from SmackDown last week to Raw this week. Well, beyond Raw this week, but of course, last week's SmackDown, Tag Team Tournament announced.
My Booker T!
King Booker! And so the teams were, you had Team Rhodes Scholars, which was
Damien Sandow and Cody Rhodes.
Oh!
You're welcome.
Versus Jimmy and Jay.
Woos!
Oh! He had Santiago
versus with woo.
You know it.
Zack Ryder.
Versus Justin Gabriel.
And Tyson Kidd. Bank on the Kid.
And Tyson's in there too.
No, Justin's in there
I know.
too.
Yeah. Sigh. Yeah. Former champions, Kofi Kingston, R-Truth.
Little Jimmy.
Little Jimmy. You know, as I like to call it, you're gonna get boomed.
You know, it's. I believe it's actually called the Boom Truth.
All right.
And of course, you know, they will be facing on SmackDown this week. So, you know, the one that airs just before the show.
Yeah.
Hashtag millions of dollars. It feels so good. Hashtag millions of dollars. Hashtag those money-making scholars. Those boys that bring noise, that sway ya. D. Young and Tyson O'Neil, the prime time blues.
Millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars.
And a nickel.
Of course.
Versus,
and
then you have.
Of course, they're just going to face a little team.
Then you have Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara.
Or Mr. Carlo, as I call him.
Yeah. And of course, there's Epico and Primo, often accompanied by Rosa Mendes.
Oh, Mamacita's going to be there. She's looking good, Holmes. Mama Rosa Mendes. Mamacita looking good. When she shakes the hips, Mommy's looking good.
You know what's best about Spanish ladies? You know how to make fajitas.
They do. I bet she makes some lovely fajitas, you know.
With the mancha de burrito.
Burrito. I want my burrito, you know what I'm saying? Eat a hair taco out. A Taco Bell would be nice. Salale.
Oh, God.
A bit of Tabasco.
Bit of Tabasco.
Some hot sauce, you know. Salale.
So, yes, those were the tag team. And whoever wins the tag team tournament will go to Hell in a Cell to face Daniel Bryan and Kane, the tag team champions.
I am the tag team champion.
I'm the tag team champion.
I am the tag team champions.
I'm the tag team champion.
I am a mascot.
I am the man.
I have one hell of a beard.
I'm Eugene.
We'll get to that. I'm a geek.
I'm the boss.
I'm Adam. I have a pet Cthulhu.
Yes.
Well, we already know that the Usos won't be making it.
Yes.
And that Epic and Primo won't be making it.
Ultimately,
Because they've been eliminated.
basically, the two teams we're looking at here are the primetime players versus Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio. That's
No,
really
what we're looking at is the Rhodes Scholars.
Oh, well, there's that as well.
They're good. It'll be them. It's going to be them.
But it's really hard
It's
to say.
going to be them.
It's hard to say with the primetime players.
Let's put it this way, right? In the quarterfinals,
Yeah.
the next round,
Yeah.
Rhodes Scholars is either going to get Gabriel and Kid or Morella and Zack Ryder.
Which they'll pass through.
Yeah. Whereas the PTP or Mysterio and Cara face each other in the next round when they beat Kofi and Truth, and they've Mysterio and Cara's already beat Epic and Primo.
Yeah, but I can see.
It's going to come down to Rhodes Scholars versus Mysterio and Cara, and it's going to be the Rhodes Scholars.
Well, we'll see.
And then Rhodes Scholars will face Team Hell No.
We'll
Because
see.
otherwise, there's no point in making the two put together.
Well, not necessarily, because what if they both want to go for the world title? No, think about it, right? They've been getting in Sheamus's face.
Uh-huh.
They got in Sheamus's face on Raw in a big way, right?
Yeah, they got bro kicked both at the same time. It was impressive.
Exactly. They both got bro kicked at the same time, right? If I was them, I'd want payback. Very easy could lead to a triple threat for the World Heavyweight Championship, which would test the friendship. And it would be good if the heel tag team were able to remain united and say, well, look, that was last night. That was a time, but now we're going to focus on the tag team titles. You know, so but your version is probably more likely, right? I'm just saying I probably wouldn't book it, but I'm not here to make sense. So, but it is a refreshing change to have such an importance on the tag team division. I'm just saying that it's.
Oh well, sorry, I just misread that. Obviously, we don't get the main event over here, but I've just read an article on .com there where it says that Santino and Zack Ryder actually did away with Gabriel and Kid on the show. So that's them three out. So by the looks of it, we've already got the next round. It's going to be Rhodes Scholars versus the team of the Long Island Iced Cobra. That's made it up.
No, thank God. Nice.
I believe they call themselves they call themselves Team Cobra. Cobra. Cobra.
Oh dear God. But yes, so the tag team division go right now. Kane and the story between Kane and Danny Bryan is pretty much same MO as last week.
It's funny.
It's funny. Yeah.
It still works. I mean, this the only way we can continue this is by saying how Raw opened.
Yeah.
And how Raw opened.
Well, basically, you had was it Sambo or was it God? I'm desperately trying to remember now.
But the best in the world came out for him.
Yes. And Punk was basically saying that he's not going to take on John Cena Hell in a Cell because all this bullshit. And then he was. This segment was going on quite a bit. I thought, okay, can we get something else?
I enjoyed this segment actually.
Well, no, I'm enjoying it, but it felt like it was starting to drag a little bit.
Well,
and then Dolph Ziggler came out and thought, ooh, this could be interesting.
With the Banshee.
And then it turned into this bitch between the two where it was like, basically, Vicky...
Well, Paul Heyman said that he should be GM.
Yeah.
AJ should be struck off because she hit him
and
whatnot. And, Vicky then said, no, I should be it. And then Dolph pointed out that probably the best thing for the company to do would to be make it co-general managers, Paul Heyman and Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah, which Dolph, that's what I would call smart marketing booking, because he used an intelligent thought there. He's like, well, look, there's no way they're going to hide Vicky on her own.
Yeah.
But the two together, maybe. But even then AJ comes out.
Yeah,
She's got a coach, and I'm thinking this can only end badly unless it's made.
She says that she's been put on probation and that she shouldn't have done it, and she thought that she'd get away with it because he's a slimy little sleazeball.
Yeah,
apparently not. And then she said she had a coach. At which point we hear a familiar music of Daniel Bryan, Daniel Bryan, Daniel Bryan's coming to the ring. At which point, I have to say, what was really funny is CM Punk, as the music hits, goes, is he your coach?
Yeah.
I was like, Dude, come on!
Yeah.
Don't make me laugh when I'm getting excited.
And he basically wanted to apologise because obviously all this was because of when he rejected her,
When he
or
dumped her.
after WrestleMania. And then Kane comes out.
Which was really good. Because Daniel Bryan actually said through a few things, didn't he?
Yes.
Daniel Bryan said that, I mean, look at him, he's a catch. And he is. Look at that man. He's a handsome man. He's a wrestler. He has a great beard. And he's the tag team champions.
He's a man, such a man.
He has a great beard.
And then
Kane comes out because, he killed him, basically,
Yeah.
How else do you kill the Big Red Machine? You say you're the tag team champions.
You say, I wish I could have someone to light this barbecue for me.
But then Kane says, and there is one important fact that everyone's missing from this, and that is AJ is a fantastic kisser.
I would love to find that out, If there's anything that can happen in life, that is what I want to happen.
This segment for
Could
me,
AJ, Kane, Vince,
No, you've got to do that.
Linda.
Dude, you've
I
got to tell
also
them that
think-
you die. Make a wish foundation.
Make a Wish Foundation! Yes! I'm going to make a wish that I can kiss AJ.
You're not a totally ill child.
They don't know that.
No one.
Dude,
Are you still classed as a child?
Yeah.
Young adult, but yeah, pretty much.
he's 16.
I could tell them I'm dying of.
What is it with people trying to get my little brother involved in these schemes?
If you want, I could have Cthulhu.
Anyway.
But this segment at this point was getting...
Oh, I was so sick of it. It was like,
Really?
oh.
I was actually enjoying it.
No, afterwards I even wrote, who wrote this shit?
I enjoyed it all.
Oh, I hated every aspect of it.
Because I enjoyed the fact that everyone was coming out to get it. It was obvious where it was going to go, but I enjoyed the fact that AJ sitting there and... I like the fact that Punk came out and he said his bit and then he took a back seat. Didn't try and kill a promo.
Yeah.
I like the fact that Dolph came out and didn't have to give a promo. He just had to say a few words. Because people know who Dolph Ziggler is.
I just felt the entire thing was unnecessary.
I like the Daniel Bryan and Kane. Well, no, because it progressed the whole AJ's a fucking lunatic story.
The thing is,
That didn't need much progression.
when it comes to the whole coach thing as well, I thought that was terrible. I thought this was unneeded, unwanted, and it accomplished nothing except make her look a little bit like a heel. But they could have done that. So literally, any time you needed her to be heelish, could have done without him in the shot. You could edit him out, and it would have made no difference.
I don't know if it was even supposed to make it look heel. I think it was just to make it look unstable.
But again,
Unbalanced, I mean the word.
if you go,
Because you had the whole thing with Caitlyn,
well,
where she laughed and said she wasn't really sorry and all that.
but if you're going to do like that kind of coaching thing, I would have made it someone like.
But if you make it someone like Mick Foley, what's Mick Foley's experience? Yes, he's commissioner and all of this, but Mick Foley's never been the most balanced. And a board of directors would not send a Mick Foley to go look after someone. They would send another executive to go look after someone.
Well,
That was the whole thing, was that executives have no right, have no place on the show, have no place running the show.
But even then, it to me just made very little sense. It was like I mean, also, look, here's the thing, right? Some people are going to say, well, no, the point was he's obviously out of his depth, and it shows that AJ is in control.
Mm.
I'll grant you that, but I will argue that there are better ways of perhaps doing it.
Probably is, but
But also, we don't
current
know what
TV
they're going to.
standard?
Yeah, but we also don't know what they're going to do. in weeks
Yeah,
to come.
there's going to be something to come. That's not going to be the end of it.
So
She's
if
still on probation and she still have to have a coach.
Yeah, so it could be that next week they say we're going to try a different coach, or they might say, okay, this is the repercussions from last week. It could lead to anywhere. So maybe I'll be proven wrong. It's happened before.
But I actually enjoyed the whole promo as well, though. That was just because I enjoy that sort of thing where different interactions and it all had some history there.
The best way I can describe it to me,
Because Dolph and Vicky don't like AJ for starters because of NXT.
well, to me it felt like when you're with your mates and you're all tired, but you want to keep talking. So you get to a point where you're talking, but you can't quite grasp what it is you're saying.
No.
So you may be saying something.
I get what you mean, but I'm just saying that I didn't feel
I'm
that.
saying it to you. I said this is what it felt like to me, dude. I'm not trying to prescribe a thought to everyone. What I'm saying is, to me, it just felt like these people were talking, and it was just like, even if what I would have done if Vince McMahon had said to me, You've got to have that in. I probably would have rewrote a lot of the stuff, maybe change around, because it just didn't feel like we were killing time. A lot of people probably would have enjoyed it. I personally didn't, but I'm an analytical twat.
Yeah, you are.
For me, if you've got airtime, it better mean something. I'm not someone that just goes, crazy cameo. It's like when Mick Foley comes in. I'm like, great, but is there a reason? You know, when he came back from the John Cena thing, I went, all right, fair play. I don't want to see a guy there just so they're there, unless it's like a...
I don't mind a little cameo, stuff. But it has to be on the right episodes.
Yeah, I mean...
The 1,000 episodes, for instance.
For example, when Dusty Rhodes has made appearances before, when the last time I saw him make a big appearance, because I can't remember the ones after that, was when he was in the back with Cody Rhodes and Goldust, and he turned around and said, I've raised some crazy kids.
Yeah.
That, for me, okay, that had a purpose. It was a joke.
It was damn.
Yeah, it was a good joke.
It was a damn moment.
Exactly. Right? But I'm talking about, like, suddenly someone is there. Nothing said, there's no real punchline, but there's no point either. So that's what promos are like. If you're going to have airtime, make it worth it. And I just watched that, I was like... And I even felt like last week, I thought the Brave Proposal, that was Paul Heyman being a twat, and he was deliberately pushing it. This week, he was cashing in on it. He had set the bait.
Yeah, what was good about that as well, though, because it leads into, obviously, the match that it led into was the whole Team Hell No versus Dolphins, CM Punk, because the whole promo ended with Team Hell No arguing each other that they're tag team champions, CM Punk saying, I'm the best in the world, Dolph Ziggler saying, I missed the Money in the Bank, and they're all arguing, at which point AJ goes Super Saiyan.
Yeah. And
screams, stop it. And puts them in a match. The match, later on, you get the coach going around with AJ, but the thing I liked in the actual match itself, two main things. The slightest hint of where Dolph went, wait a minute, you did this to me, so I'm going to do it anyway without even realising.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it was planned. Vicky got sent away, so Dolph said, I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
That wasn't planned for Dolph Ziggler, as that sort of thing. Dolph didn't think at some point, I'm going to leave you high and dry, Yeah. It was just one of those things where Dolph went, fuck it, I'm going to leave then. Vicky, wait for me. And, it was payback for when Punk did it with Heyman, as Michael Cole shoved down our throats.
Yeah.
Because, we don't have a memory longer than a month.
Yeah.
But more on Michael Cole later.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair to remind us, like, for the little two don't quite remember, but...
And then but then the other one was where CM Punk put his foot in the rope because of Paul Heyman pushing it. And then AJ seeing it blatantly, telling Paul Heyman, just a little finger move, at which point Paul Heyman shot up that rope. He was like, yes, Mr. General Manager. Yes, Mr. General Manager. What? I'm out of here? And it was a whole thing. I was like, there's also another thing that, I enjoyed in the match. Yeah.
What, AJ, the referee outfit?
I like that anyway. The look. Feel the look.
I know the look. To you, AJ is one of the best things that ever happened to the WWE, isn't it?
One of the most recent things,
yeah. Yeah, but I'm
a single man. I'm fucking...
What's interesting about the match, it ended with the WWE Champions picking up the win over the WWE Champion.
King pinned CM Punk.
Yeah, which obviously Jesse were ecstatic about.
Yep, he got the most points this week. 26.
Yeah. No, I just meant the fact that it was an attitude guy.
Oh yeah, that as well.
But so he was very, then they ended the show with them two still arguing about, I'm a tag team champion.
There was like a moment where they worked together, and then it's, I'm a tag team champion, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, other storylines during this. The whole Eve thing, we'll quickly mention.
Yeah, Eve on SmackDown after what was an absolutely amazing Divas match. I would go as far as, it's not even a great Divas match, a great match in general. Full stop. Was Natalya versus Beth Phoenix. One of the best Divas matches I've seen on WWE TV in easily the last 5 years. On best female wrestling match I may have seen in the last 3 years at least, because I don't get a lot of Shimmer and I don't get a lot of Ring of Honor Diva action. Although I think they've stopped a lot of their women's division, if not completely. It was an amazing match, great storytelling in the match itself, proving to once again that if you have good wrestlers and good time, You don't need any build-up to tell a good story. The match itself should be a good enough story. If you're not good enough at doing that, get the fuck out of business. But it was one of those ones, and then afterwards, Eve turns around and goes, Beth, because we know you're the attacker, we're suspending you. Well, you don't know she's the attacker. She's not the only blonde-haired bimbo.
Yeah.
And then Natalia, and Beth quite lightly points out to Natalia, she's blonde as well.
Yeah.
And Natalia goes, don't put this on me, don't blame this on me. And then, because they're friends, she tries to show, she's upset. And Natty, you're beautiful and that, but not when you cry. God, are you an awful crier. It looks like someone's put a sword in her side and is skewing it the whole time she's trying to cry. Big eyes and face all angry. It's horrible.
Does she look like someone just punched Miss Piggy in the face?
That's Letitia Dean.
Fair enough. I have no idea who you're talking about.
It's alright, Jismie does.
I know. Oh, you're controlled. You're not a mark if you don't know.
No, it's not a wrestler.
Alright.
It's a little shot at Jismie. And then she goes to see Booker.
Keaton Booker!
Who's there with Teddy Long.
Yes.
Holding it down for
Tag team match! Why do you say that's Joe? I can't do Teddy Long.
But so they get through, and they say that's when they announce the tag tournament, blah, blah, blah. And Beth comes in and goes, Booker, does Eve even have the authority to suspend me? To do what? Yeah. Booker didn't have a clue. And then Eve comes in and says, oh, I'm sorry. And he goes, right now I'm reversing that decision. You're back in whatever. And you're back in, you don't have to go nowhere. I'm sorry for it. And Eve says, I'm sorry. I really am. At which point, Beth goes, you want to be. And walks away. And I'm thinking, great, Beth's going to have a shot at the Divas Championship. It's going to be cool. And Beth's going to beat the fuck out of her.
Yeah.
The skank.
Yes.
And then the skank goes and blames it on Teddy Long.
Yeah, which is just ridiculous.
And Teddy's sitting there going, wait a minute, you ain't believing this, player.
Yeah. And what I think, if Booker T starts to believe Eve, I am going to be pissed. And not that I'll not talk about it, because I like to keep things to myself.
Not that we won't notice it on Twitter or on here.
Yeah. But yeah, because here's the thing, right? It's incredibly obvious. First of all, Teddy Long is the senior advisor. So he doesn't actually make matches.
Has no power, he can't do that.
And Eve can't do anything to him either.
And Eve can't do anything anyway. She's the assistant to the general manager. She's not the assistant general manager, she's the assistant to the general manager. This was described when Zack Ryder got the position.
Yes.
And then Santino, you can't make matches, you can't suspend people, you can't do fuck all!
Sigh. So, yes, and basically this played out onto
Raw with a match where Beth dominated and then got hit with the fucking the skank cutter.
Yeah, well, we'll call that the skank slicer.
The skank slicer.
Yes.
The spready legs.
Agreed.
The skank with spready legs.
Yes.
Although, interesting note of this, Superstars match last week on Superstars was Layla versus Eve.
Interesting.
And Layla knocked Eve out with a kick to the head and pinned her. 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
And I don't know if it was legit or not, but it doesn't make any sense to make the team really stuck. A slight code, my list usually picks up when that happens, so I do apologise. But it makes no sense. See, you have a lot of whispering now. That you'd have your Divas champion on not even a big show. It's a web show in America. Yeah. It's a late night show over here that's watched maybe by half the population that watch wrestling, if that. And then on Raw should be the best woman wrestler you've got in the company, Beth Phoenix. So decisively.
Yeah, it is pretty oddly planned out. I don't like it.
It's like I don't know, having Drew McIntyre face Jinder Mahal on the same taping as you're gonna have him join up with him and Heath Slater.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Speaking of Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal, actually.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah. It was the one-man band, baby!
Versus Santino Marella. Mamma mia.
And in Heath Slater's corner was the Maharaja, Jinder Mahal, and the chosen one, Drew McIntyre. A man whose hair so long, I'm almost the same though.
No, you're not.
I am actually. Relatively speaking, I am.
Relatively speaking. No, but what was fun about this was that the fact that Encore,
Yeah, that's the name of the group, guys.
at least the name I've given them,
Well, that's what they've kind of called themselves as well.
on Twitter they keep hashtagging it, don't they? Yeah. So what's cool is that they then they're all reacting about and that Drew's got into the rock and roll thing, throwing the horns up and head banging, and you kind of see you still get the whole one man band baby from Heath Slater doing the whole fucking air guitar Elvis Presley leg movements.
Yeah.
Although he looks more like Forrest Gump doing it.
Oh god.
And then you've got Jinder who kind of now and again throws up the old great colleague arm movements.
Yeah.
And it just because they do like the whole thing, he just kind of throws his arms up every now and again and just waves them around.
Yeah.
It's like
That's a whole.
and then you hit the Santino hits the Cobra.
Yeah.
And then Drew gets DQ'd.
Yes.
Sorry, Drew hits it. Drew a match on Raw. Don't be silly.
Yeah. Drew cost
Heath gets DQ'd.
because of Drew McIntyre.
And Jinder Mahal.
But Drew McIntyre did hit the Future Shock DDT. Yes. Points!
Which they now do beforehand. Before he hits the Future Shock, it's a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4!
Yes.
Baby! And what's interesting about this is that Heath Slater lost 3 points. -3, you get 5.
Yes. Go the DQ.
What was interesting on Saturday Morning Slam is these two fought again.
Yeah.
With no backup for Heath. It must have been taped beforehand.
Yeah.
And because it's a kiddie show, we've mentioned it before, you can't use any head.
Yeah.
So they couldn't use the Cobra.
Of course. That's a throat move.
Yeah, because it's a strike to the throat.
Yeah.
So they did it very differently. Santino puts the Cobra on, goes for the Cobra, and he grabs him by the hand. Then he goes through and then stops him. So then Santino pulls it back, then goes through it again, and he goes one way. Goes through it again, goes the other way. Goes straight onto his head, he ducks. And when he goes, "Hey, you can't get me," he hits him in the leg. Then hits him with the leg and rolls him up. What was fun though was the amount of reversals that Heath Slater got.
Yeah.
He got exactly the same amount of points that Santino Renner got for winning a main event match.
So he could just get points after points.
It was 21-21, I think, or 18-18.
Heath Slater scored 20 more.
Like 18-20 points.
Hell, Heath.
That's why the
Who has Heath Slater on their team?
Fail Turtles.
Philly Tail. Oh, fuck.
That's why the Fail Turtles last week alone scored 154 points.
Fuck, man. Oh.
And why you jumped one spot, I believe.
Yay! But
We funk jumped 2.
Yeah. But, yes. So, moving on from that. So, basically, that's how it's very clear that these three, they've got something planned.
Baby!
We'll see how long that plan lasts.
About a week.
Now, I suppose, kind of like the last interesting storyline going on right now, Ryback.
Well, you've also got the other one.
Which one?
Whoa!
Big Show, yes.
It's the Big Show?
Sorry, it's just that, I don't know why I forgot about that one. I think I'm just tired.
But Big Show is a Sheamus Hell in a Cell. Big Show knocked pretty much to sum SmackDown up.
Yes.
Randy Orton hit RKO with Alberto Del Rio.
Yes.
Alberto Del Rio attacked Randy Orton backstage.
Yes.
Which I gave weapon points for.
Yes.
Because, not just because he's on my team before anyone jumps on there, but because he hit me with one wall, then a pillar, and I mean pillar, not pillow.
Yeah.
Before people start criticising me.
Yes.
And then he hit him with the, those fucking things that the X locked the Spirit Squad in.
Yeah, the big crates.
Yeah, hit him with one of them.
Yeah.
So then, Randy Orton, Alberto comes out and says he's going to be the #1 contender match with Big Show. Randy Orton comes out, hits him with that big WWE sign they've got on his stage.
Yes.
Alberto's never seen again.
Yeah.
Until Raw, where he faces off with...
Yeah, he ended someone's arm. Kofi Kingston. Was it?
Kofi, yes, he faced Kofi, and I got 16 points.
Yes.
And that was the only points that Cena's true fan, Anna,
Yep.
Chain Gang C Nation,
Yep.
got in the entire Raw.
Ouch.
8.
Ouch.
Yes. Then you hit that. Big Show went on to face Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Orton reversed the chokeslam into an RKO.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, for fuck's sake, here we go again. 1, 2, kick out! Big Show kicks out, hits him with a chokeslam. Game over, surely. 1, 2, no! Randy Orton kicks out. Of course he does. An injured man who's out of 60-day suspension. Of course he just kicks out with a fucking chokeslam. Of course he's thrown in the number 1 contendership. This man was suspended for 60 days.
So then Big Show picks up for a choke slam, and everyone's
It's
expecting the RKO button.
Choke slam! We get a delayed choke slam. Boom, showstopper.
1,
2, 3.
What? No kick out.
3.
He got the 3.
He got the 3.
And Big Show became the new number 1 contender.
And then, just as he's about to leave, he thinks, you know what, this isn't good enough. WMD!
I wish you would do that. WMD!
Knocks Randy Orton.
He should have, you know what, he should get like a specialized green core ring. Make it like what with a little wolf in it, a symbol. So when he punches, it's like extra. He
The
gets extra.
symbol's a grizzly bear.
Yeah, he gets extra weapon points.
You know what cool is that if he just sits there and just goes, WMD! And that happens.
Yeah.
And basically, Randy got knocked the fuck out.
So on Raw, it was going to be.
And then Alberto Del Rio after SmackDown injures Randy Orton's arm.
Okay.
So Randy Orton probably won't be seen on TV for like 1 set, 2,
Unless
3.
you're watching the Marine on DVD.
He shoots for that scene then, and then he shoots that scene then, and in about 2 weeks.
Okay. So on Raw, it was the World Heavyweight Championship debate.
Raw active.
Send in your questions via Twitter or tell it.
Fuck that shit.
Oh, this was a major disappointment.
A major disappointment. This for me was a work of genius because I didn't want to see anyone's touts. I cringeworthy.
Hi, my name's Chris and I'm a dude fan. Cena sucks.
I don't want
Man from Philadelphia. And I was like, CM Punk, you're a bitch. You're a bitch.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
I don't want to see people's tweets either because why them?
Yeah, I love the fact that one of the tweets that asked a question, they like posted 9 tweets beforehand. And you're just thinking, hang the fuck on a minute. What? Yeah. I don't. It seemed a little like. I'm not trying to say there is a conspiracy, but it wouldn't surprise me if those tweets.
A conspiracy. C-O-N spiracy.
Yes. So basically, you got Big Show and Sheamus in this debate, but basically
Big Show broke his fucking.
he sold it though.
Big Show sold his podium, broke his podium, and then sold it by saying, "I leaned on it."
Yeah, I leaned on it. Yeah, I'm big. I need a bigger podium.
I leaned on
And
it.
then every time Booker T tried to move on, you just go, "What about my podium?" And so you can just tell Big Show was like, "I'm gonna win it here." So the podium breaks, but move on to the next one. What about my podium?
Are you gonna get your chubby foot that up here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Chubby foot? Big Show, you're the fat one. Sheamus, if he had a tan, would look the same size as John Cena. Because tans give you that impression.
But,
If you paler you are, that's why bodybuilders get fake tans.
yeah.
The paler you are, the smaller you look and less defined you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he had a tan, he looked the same size as Cena.
Nice. But anyway.
Unless he got a really bad tan like Billy Gunn.
So, Sheamus, in his infinite wisdom, decides, I know what I'll do.
45 seconds.
I'll piss him off
45 seconds.
by reminding that he lost the World Heavyweight Championship
45 seconds.
to Daniel Bryan
45 seconds.
in
45 seconds. And that right there, I mentioned 45 seconds about 7 times. That's 7 times as often as Sheamus kept fucking mentioning it every 10 seconds.
Yes, he did.
Get a new one.
Yeah, at this point, I might Big Show win the world.
Punch him, Big Show. Punch him. WMD! You forgot the first part. WMD!
What happens if it was both fists? Like,
WMD!
so yeah, so that, and
Basically, the debate shit and it ends rather just quietly.
Now, it was Jim Ross.
Although we did
yes.
get to see
Yes.
Sheamus' cousin.
No.
Rey Mysterio Shaughnessy.
No. No.
I love the fact he didn't try to hide that it was Rey Mysterio O'Shaughnessy. Well, he didn't just call him Ray O'Shaughnessy. And at first, right, I actually thought it was just going to be Ray. But no, it's Sheamus in a mask. And it's not even a proper mask, it's a Sheamus who clearly isn't hiding any effort here in a plastic Rey Mysterio mask, holding it over his face.
But yeah, it was terrible.
It was better than the times we got off a fan.
Yes. Anyway, so yes.
Jim Ross appreciation.
Jim Ross appreciation not here in the WWE.
In Oklahoma City.
Let me see. It started with Michael Cole and Jim in the ring. Michael Cole asking JR. Well, JR came down the ring, obviously.
Yeah.
And Michael Cole.
Well, he was at ringside beforehand.
Yeah, obviously he left.
Yeah, it seemed like a waste of.
Well, because he was already there at the beginning, so I imagine they wanted to give him a big pop on TV.
You could have given this promo at the beginning.
Yeah, well, basically, what happened was, Michael Cole asked him how does it feel before you can even answer. CM Punk comes out.
Best in the world!
With Paul Heyman.
Best in the world!
And Punk says he's out here to show appreciation to Jim Ross because he respects Jim Ross.
He does, because Jim Ross is the best in the world at what he does.
So to show how people with respect treat each other, he's respecting Jim Ross, and he wants Jim Ross to help him teach the Neanderthals of the audience. He didn't use that term, obviously. How
it wasn't far off. He had some stupid like that.
So like that, yeah. What was
might be primitive.
Yeah, by telling these people that I am the best in the world.
In the world.
And Jim Ross basically said, "I'd be happy to do that, but right now you ain't the best in the world." And
which is bullshit.
Yeah.
Because everyone he's had a problem with, right?
Yeah.
Who won't call him the best in the world,
yeah,
has called him the best in the world on Twitter at least once.
Yes. Yeah, that in fairness is kind of my problem. It's like continuity.
Mick Foley consistently says he's the best in the world.
Yeah.
Bret Hart said it's good to see you keeping it up, best in the world.
Yeah. But I basically what it said.
Only person who hasn't turned his back on what he says, ironically enough, is the biggest phony in the business, John Cena.
But here's the thing, right? This kept going on. Basically, CM Punk was even threatening to kick the shit out of Jim Ross. Jim said,
he sent Jim Ross away.
Yeah.
And that's how it ends.
Yeah, he was like saying, "No, I'll kick show you." And then he says, "Jim Ross says, no, you go running." So Jim Ross was running, walking up the ramp. Feed me more.
We'd already seen try to pick up Tensai.
Yes.
Which he did do on SmackDown, and I was really impressed.
Yes.
Right back, try to do it again, and what it looks as if the body position was just off on Raw. And then as soon as Tensai knew, right, this isn't going to work, Tensai, you can see how quick Matt Bloom, Tensai, Giant Bernard, how quick the wrestler is that he's worked with people who in the past have picked him up but not been able to do it in the second time.
Yeah. He
quickly makes it look like he reverses him.
Yeah.
Slits his leg in there, and it's like, well, oh shit, now I can't lift you, so it would work on something else.
Yeah.
And he hits him with the fucking meat hook clothesline, which is a nasty clothesline.
Yeah. So people saying that it did look like he was being sandbagged. I kind of think that...
I don't think Tensai would sandbag.
Here's the thing. I agree that it looked that way.
Yeah.
But I think it's just coincidence.
I think it was the body position.
Yeah, I don't see why Matt Bloom would have a problem.
No, Tensai wouldn't.
Thing is, he's gone to Japan. He's obviously in WWE for the money kind of deal. And the culture.
Yeah.
He probably misses American culture.
It's easier for his family.
It's easier for his family. So right now,
maybe away about as much as he would be with Japan, but it's a lot easier to get from the other side of America to where he lives.
And I imagine Matt Bloom kind of understands it's the importance of pushing people now. So I think I don't think it's that. But
the whole literally it did look to. I mean, I remember watching SmackDown and going, "Fucking hell!"
Yeah,
that impressed the hell out of me.
Yeah.
And I'm a Tensai fan anyway.
Yeah,
I've liked the guy since since he came back, and I love the fact that this gimmick is real cool, and how they slowly but surely got rid of the whole Japanese type thing, and they just made him this monster who came back from Japan.
And it was quite natural though, quite smooth. Yeah. But anyway, Ryback comes out as Jim Ross leaving, and he's like, "No, come with me."
Doesn't say a word.
Yeah, it's understood. Though.
But I am waiting for the moment where he gets the mic and it goes, "Feed me, Punk."
Yeah. And basically, Ryback goes into the ring with Jim Ross. Jim Ross then kind of returns to his position, stares at CM Punk, and CM Punk leaves.
Wake up!
Yeah. He just leaves, and it's just like...
But what's excellent is that Punk leaves, and Punk looks scared.
Yeah.
Well, he's got his hype man there, hasn't he?
Yes.
He's got Paul Heyman. You're the best in the world. Show them that you're the best in the world. Tell them you're the best in the world. Show them who you are. You fight, you don't fight for free. You get paid to fight. Show them that you're the best in the world.
Yes.
And the whole time, and so he's in Punk's ear.
Yeah.
Because exactly that's what Paul Heyman's supposed to be. When he was with Big Show, didn't need to be. Big Show was the monster. He was the beast, the giant.
Yes.
When he was with Brock Lesnar, didn't need to hype him up. Brock was intense. He's a monster. He's a fucking conqueror.
Yeah.
He's a living, breathing barbarian.
But once again, it does show what Mick Foley was saying.
Exactly. When you have someone in Punk right now in his mind, right, has two things that are going through his head. Mm-hmm. The everlasting words of Mick Foley telling him, "Do you want to be a statistic or do you want to be a legend?" Yeah. What do you want for your legacy? Yeah. And Paul Heyman's consistent, "You're the best in the world, kid. You don't need anyone. You're the best in the world." Yeah. That's all he has going through his head. And that's all that we need in this story. Yeah. You do not need to add other elements. Ryback's great to add it because Cena is currently unavailable.
Yeah. And not only that, it does add the doubt.
Yeah. Is Cena going to wrestle? Is it going to be Ryback? Yeah. I mean, honest to God, could you see Ryback being the man that they turn around and go, "Yo, we want you to beat him. Non-title, but we want you to beat him, so when it comes to him beating you, it's a big deal." Yeah. Remember, people were sitting there going, Ryback's undefeated as Ryback. Mm-hmm. When's he going to lose? Who's he going to beat? You know, he beat Tensai. I thought Tensai might be the guy. I thought Miz might be the guy because he's the Intercontinental Champion and they find a way for him to win. Mm. But now, he's going with Punk. And Punk's terrified. You know, you can see it in Punk's eyes. He doesn't want to face him because he may lose. If he's the best in the world and the most dangerous man in WWE, as he keeps saying, and he beats Ryback, after Ryback's beaten him, so he's come back and he's improved his game, it's going to mean something. Yeah. It's not going to be Umaga versus John Cena, where Umaga was a monster and never looked at any sign of losing, and then all of a sudden Super Cena appeared. Yeah. Absolutely. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's pretty much the main WWE storylines of the week. So what we'll do now is we're going to take a quick look at some of the big news of the wrestling world. So let's dive into the realm of rumours and reports in this week's... That's your cue, Dan. Oh, right. Headlines in wrestling! No, that's not what it says. It says wrestling news. No, what the fuck it says.
Oh, so is it because I scripted it?
How many times you'll be fucking told?
If I delete it, will you say it properly?
How many times you got to be told?
If I delete it, will you say it properly?
Well, there's only one way for that.
There you go.
Wrestling news!
Anyway, the wrestling news, ladies and gentlemen, we start. You remember Mr. Belding from Saved by the Bell? Hey, what's going on here? Yes, Dennis Haskins recently stated that he had talked to WWE about a potential TV role, but turned it down due to the travel schedule. This is what he said. I'm friends with Mike the Miz of WWE and his friend Zack Ryder, who's also the WWE. I was talking with the WWE about a role, but I didn't really want to be on the road 5 days a week. I am an actor first. Some have rumoured that he was considered for a GM role for Raw.
At the beginning, yeah.
And other reports. Apparently, WWE has quietly dropped the storyline where general managers AJ Lee and Booker T are incompetent morons, leading to Vince McMahon firing them both and both shows being overseen by one individual who many people were hoping would be Ric Flair, but obviously with the TNA lawsuit, unfucking likely. Yeah, so...
Unfucking lucky.
Well, saves them a bit of money, doesn't it?
WWE.
Yes. Anyway, 3 weeks after suffering a heart attack whilst announcing at a WWE event in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Jerry King Lawler stated in interviews in recent days that he's looking to return to the road as early as next month. With the WWE, however, there is no timetable on his return to the announce desk. It is said that company officials will be very cautious on bringing him back. No fucking shit. You know what I mean? No shit.
Yeah, but he wants to wrestle. He says apparently the doctors have cleared him to wrestle. He says he wants it back in the ring by November.
Husky Harris, former WWE developmental wrestler,
Bray Wyatt
has reportedly lost weight in recent months and is currently down to 280 pounds.
Wow.
He's apparently been receiving great reviews for a Cape Fear style character he is using, which is compared to Waylon Mercy. Many feel he would be on the main roster today if the reach of McMahon wasn't negative on his rotund physique.
For fuck's sake! I mean, this is an amazing character, and you've got to have this man on it.
Yeah.
He's. If you haven't seen them, I'll post them on Tumblr.
Yes.
Within the next week of the Bray Wyatt or
like promo videos.
Yeah, the vignettes he did beforehand. I mean, he's unnervingly creepy, and you have to believe in Bray Wyatt. Yeah, believe in me.
In more news, negotiations have broken down with Chris Jericho. Basically, WWE wanted Jericho, they basically want to have control over Jericho's outside time. They wanted WWE to be Jericho's top priority, but Jericho is a musician first now, so he wanted control over what he does outside the business. WWE weren't happy, so now contract talks have fallen through. Jericho is unlikely to come back to the WWE until a better offer is going to be put for him. And honestly, I don't think that's going to happen anytime this year. I would say maybe in a year's time, WWE might go, right, we definitely need him back.
I would say by January he'll be back.
I'm going to guess...
WrestleMania.
I'm going to guess closer to July next year. But we'll see. Who knows in the world of WWE. Right. It's been...
Oh, no.
Obviously, there's been a strong build-up between CM Punk and Ryback for a potential match, but it's only been teased. However, there has been discussion of Ryback facing The Undertaker at WrestleMania, with the Dead Man's undefeated streak of the pay-per-view extravaganza going up against Ryback's overall undefeated streak. However, some people in the WWE have speculated that Undertaker may not even work next year's show.
Whoa!
Yeah. With the curtain call finishing his WrestleMania match against Triple H and his wife Michelle McCool recently giving birth to a child. Well, of course she gave birth to a child. She wasn't going to give birth to a hippo. It is possible that the bout was his final wrestling match. WWE's original plans called for the legendary wrestler to compete next year's WrestleMania and still built toward the match on a road Survivor Series. Many feel he'll ultimately wrestle next year's show, but is not considered certain. Whether he competes on the show or not will be entirely up to him and not Vince McMahon.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
It's the Dead Man. It's the only man that Vince McMahon fears.
And now, interestingly, Shaw Guerrero, Raquel Diaz, daughter of Eddie and Vicky Guerrero, has not been released from a development contract with WWE after attempting to quit the organization last week. According to sources, company officials are refusing to release a 21-year-old at this time. One person with knowledge of WWE developmental matters know that in recent weeks she became distant and seemingly very bitter about the wrestling business. No word on why as of that report.
However, Vicky Guerrero did state last week that Shaw Guerrero had been granted her release from the WWE due to personal reasons, and I'm more likely to believe her mother than a person. What was this? A person with knowledge of WWE developmental matters. Yeah.
So basically, it's like it's hard to understand what the hell's going on with that, But this is why you gotta be careful with what you read, guys.
Yep.
We just bring you the news from around the world. You decide what you believe. As noted earlier, WWE former Hall of Famer Edge reportedly has had a lot of heat on him, with WWE for turning down a Legends contract multiple times. Now, it says here Edge is now satisfied with the amount of money offered to him and does not want to be restricted with the company's way pay for. I've definitely heard about he doesn't like the restrictions, but I've never heard an issue with the money. So I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Edge will be making an appearance at Tommy Dreamer's new House of Hardcore promotion October 6, 2012. That's Saturday.
Which is cool because Tommy's T-shirts have been... Tommy showed them on Twitter.
Right.
And one of the things that's really cool is that it says it's the House of Hardcore No politics, no BS, just wrestling.
But there's also belief in WWE that Beth Phoenix's recent departure is partially so she can help her boyfriend Edge recover from the neck surgery he's scheduled to undergo next month. All I've said, the relationship is strained, but the door is still open for Edge to appear to read again in the future.
I haven't even heard of this.
There sounds like there could be truth in that, simply because, well...
I believe that he doesn't want the restrictions, but that's it.
Yeah. I don't believe money has anything to do with it.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was the wrestling news, all the wrestling rumours, you know. And now it's time for me to hand the show over...
I didn't say wrestling rumors.
I know.
I said the headlines.
I was suggesting a subtitle. Now it's time for me to hand the show... Yeah, because I'm the boss. Now it's time for me to hand the show over to my colleague as he fulfills your nostalgic requests in this week's... You Get It!
And we are continuing, you got to watch this week, with the thing of you give the wrestler and I'll give the match. The problem being is no one gives wrestlers.
Yeah.
2 people again this week give me a wrestler. One of them, seen as true fan on Twitter,
yep.
Anna, asked for the Boogeyman. This led to a bit of confusion because I asked for the Boogeyman and Barry not. But anyway, the Boogeyman's match. What?
I'm the Boogeyman!
No, the Boogeyman, Jimmy Valiant.
Isn't that like Jack Skellington's like greatest villain?
No, Jimmy Valiant.
Oh, I'm thinking Oogie Boogie.
Yeah, the Oogie Boogie Man. 19. So the match for this, what you have to go to is a TV show. Madison Square is WWF on MSG Network, 30th of the 7th, 1979.
Wow. Wow.
It's the best 3 out of 5 falls match. Yes, 3 out of 5 falls match.
Wow.
Yes. Andre the Giant and Dominic DeNucci, Ivan Putski, and Tito Santana defeated Captain Lou Albano and the Valiant brothers, Jimmy, Jerry, and Johnny Valiant. Jimmy would be the Boogie Woogie Man.
Okay.
Okay. In 4 minutes and 2 seconds.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's a decent little match there. But for your serious suggestion now, Anna, the Boogeyman, I know you were alive when that was happened, so you probably watched it the first time out. One that you might have forgot about, with your own age, is this would have been the 2nd of the 3rd, 2009 on ECW on Sci-Fi. Kane defeats the Boogeyman in 2 minutes, 11 minutes. It's good. It's Boogeyman's last TV appearance on WWE. It's decent. There's other ones I could show. I could have told you to go watch. Well, the way I like to describe it is that a black man and his wife face another black man who has worms in his mouth, who then kisses the wife and then beats up the husband.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 22. Booker T and Sharmell versus the
I remember that one.
Where else can you see a midget?
It was a train wreck. Goddamn train wreck.
Now on to people who actually send ones in that consistently. I asked for a JBL and a Bradshaw from at You Gonna Get Got.
You gotta get got!
Yeah.
So how? The JBL and the Bradshaw.
Yes, and he also asked for an APA.
So this is JBL, Bradshaw, and APA.
Yeah.
So no Farouk.
No fruit.
Oh.
The fruits in the APA. So I went for Bradshaw. I went for back when he was just becoming Bradshaw after the whole Blackjack split up.
Yeah.
So I went to No Way Out at Texas, In Your House number 20, 15 for the 2nd, 1998. Bradshaw versus Jeff Jarrett for the NWA North American Heavyweight Championship, with Team Jarrett side and the NWA side, and Jim Cornette's there, and it's a good match, real good. You get to see early Bradshaw. That's where you can see there's some talent there. You get to see early Jeff Jarrett and see that he's pretty much hit his peak in 1998. There's lots of fun to be had there. So check that out. For me, JBL match. Dum 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 dum.
Excellent dancing then.
Thank you. I was gonna go for my Judgment Day one, but I didn't. I did go for Eddie Guerrero though. And JBL versus Eddie Guerrero, SmackDown, episode 257, from the 15th of the 7th, 2004, inside a steel cage. One of the best matches you'll see in SmackDown.
Is that
ever.
the one with I'll not spoil it for everyone that's never seen it, but is that the one with the Master Assailant?
It may be.
The Master Assailant, which was revealed to be a man who couldn't have possibly have been.
I believe it was, yes.
Yes.
So, Baines joined us for some reason.
It was the rematch, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
So it's a very good match. One of the great matches you'll see. One of the great last steel cage matches you'll see as well, because eventually steel cage matches became mundane, and it became something that we see in every other week.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Now for my APA match.
Yeah.
There are literally hundreds of APA matches I could have chosen. I could have gone for triple threat tag team matches, title matches. I could have gone for Survivor Series matches. I could have gone for a hell of a lot. But you know what? I thought I'll mix it up a little bit.
Ooh, dangerous.
So instead, I went for a tag team battle royal, which featured Edge and Christian, Mark Henry and the Godfather,
Couldn't get on the chocolate train.
the Dudley Boys,
Boom, 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 boom.
Jeff and Matt Hardy, the Hardy Boys, Mosh and Thrasher, the Headbangers.
Ow!
Well, I thought you were in a headbang.
Yeah, it hit me head. You could say I banged my head.
Pete-
No video.
Pete Gas and Rodney, the Mean Street Posse,
Yeah. I can't remember that thing.
Grandmaster Sexy and Scotty Too Hotty, Too Cool.
You look fine today.
And finally, the APA, back when they were still called the Acolytes, on the 12th of the 12th, 1999, on Armageddon 1999. Of course, you know, it's a pretty good match. It's a battle royal. What else do you want, you know?
Indeed.
It's a lot of fun, and quite frankly, I only said the APA so I could do this. Damn!
Indeed.
But of course, there's always one more because Jismee's a fucking prick.
Jismie, you give a shit to do.
So Jismee asked for my favourite Kazani match from WWE only. Kazani would be Sin Bodhi.
Whoa. Kazani actually had more than one match.
Yeah, two TV matches. He had two TV matches. One was a Elimination Chamber qualifying battle royal.
Which you lost.
Yep, to Vladimir Kozlov, but so did Carlito, Chavo Guerrero, Kurt Hawkins, Jesse, and Kung Fu Naki, Montel Vontavious Porter, Primo, R-Truth, Scotty Goldman, Shelton Benjamin, the Brian Gendrick, the Great Khali, and Zack Ryder.
Wow.
So I went with the other TV match, his debut,
Yeah.
which was Kazani versus MVP during the famous MVP losing streak
Yes.
on the 30th of 12th, 2008. There you go, Jismee.
Yeah. There's really nothing else you can say about that, is there?
Its name was a good match. That's not me being Italian, that's me doing my best Kazani impression.
So, is that all from...
That's all from...
You get him! Sorry, I was about to say you're going to get got. I had to stop myself. You get him!
I do, however, have some wrestling news myself. Yeah, I did. I went there. Yeah, I did.
Well, why did you do it in the wrestling news segment? I was just... Oh. Okay.
WWE 13 news.
It's time for WWE 13 News.
Live the revolution. There is, of course, the new game coming out in less than a month.
Oh, yes.
Comes out November 2nd. It looks very, very good.
Yeah, look.
It looks very good, of course. America, you for some reason have our initial release date. We were supposed to get it early.
Yes.
We were supposed to get October 30th, but however, games come out on a Monday over here, so we get November 2nd. They get October 30th. I have some match news.
Ooh.
Two returning matches, actually.
Yes.
In the shape of the I Quit match.
I quit.
Where there will now be a mini game involved where if you lock the mini game in or you put a breaking point submission move, the referee will have a microphone and will go to the superstar who's involved in the mini game, asking if I quit. If you say I quit. If you lose the mini game, your superstar will say I quit. If you don't, you get another chance to keep going.
Yeah.
If you have a save finisher as well, you can automatically win the game, but it does use up your stored finisher.
Yeah.
And the King of the Ring's back, people. The King of the Ring tournament, of course, wasn't in the last few, I believe, last two maybe, is returning in this one with a choice of either, I believe it's 16, 8 or 4 competitors, where you break it down into tournaments. You can use any competitors you want. Divas are eligible for the King of the Ring this year.
Woo.
First time ever.
Yay.
So you can have all Divas, King of the Ring, or you mix them up if they let you. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't, as long as there's no. And you can choose any match type you want. You can have one round where it's nothing but cage matches, the next round where it's ladder matches, and the final match would be a Hell in a Cell. It is up to you. So all that plus a complete cutscene of Coronation. DLC news, people.
Yes.
The DLC was revealed just the other day, and I have it right here with me.
Okay then.
There will be 3 contents released from the day of release, December, and January.
Okay.
With odd ones probably coming out a little later.
Yep.
Included on this, of course, if you get the fan access, which Americans will cost you $20. We over here, you got last year's for about £8. So, it works out quite nicely that way. But here you go. I will tell you what you get for your fan access afterwards. Yes. So, your initial WWE 13 content group that is available day of release is the Attitude Era Superstars pack. Now you can either buy these superstars individually for 18 Microsoft points on 99 cents. Usually works out about 69 pence. Is Val Venus.
Hello, ladies.
The Vampire Warrior Gangrel. And he does have that entrance. He does have the entrance where he comes up from the pit. So as soon as you get it, if you have this game and you download Gangrel for your creative superstar, you will be able to have that entrance from the fiery pit.
Yes, that will do nicely.
The big Kish Rikishi.
I'm a bad man.
I'm a bad man.
Not to be confused with in the streets of a bad man. I'm a
bad man.
Oh, they were ready for this. Are you ready for this?
But, without Rikishi, you can't have it's not really an attitude era if you have Rikishi and you don't have banging it.
That was interesting.
Yes, both Scotty Too Hotty and Grandmaster Sexy.
And don't worry, when you do play the game, Grandmaster Sexy will arrive to the match on time.
Yes, Scotty does have his hair spiked up properly and his hat is open at the top. Sorry, his lid is open. Both of them are available. Also available on the day of release is the Accelerator Boost. This enables players to unlock all the in-game items, like that, as well as customized individual WWE Superstar attributes. This is available for 160 points or $1.99, which roughly works out usually at £1.29. Euros, I don't really know. As we can see, we're looking here at some of the pictures, which I'll put on Tumblr whenever I can. Some pretty good graphics there, and they're pretty much got everyone down right by the entrances, so that we can see. Content Group 2, available in December 2012, is the WWE Superstars Pack. Now, available free of charge on the day is the available free of charge. It doesn't have to cost you anything whether you've got fan access or not. Is the Undertaker's Ministry of Darkness alternative attire.
Okay.
No, this is a classic one, the long cloak and the big long beard and the long hair and the evil look. Basically what I envision Satan to look like.
Yeah.
Now, there's more superstars who come out in this one available on the individually for 80, once again for 80 points or $99.69. These are already announced: AJ Lee, the last diva of the Hard Dungeon, Natalia, the Poison Fist of the Pacific Rim, Yoshitatsu,
Okay.
the Chosen One, Drew McIntyre,
I am the chosen one.
the Meathead, Ryback,
All right.
and the superstar who conquered Japan that comes back to the WWE, Tensai.
Hello, Senator Tony.
And they all look amazing. We're looking at the pictures here, and they look fabulous.
Yes, it is.
Fabulous.
Fabulous, darling.
Also available with this pack for either for 160 points or $1.99, £129 is the championship title pack, which gives you 10 new championships. These championships are the WWE John Cena United States World Life Championship. Yes, the spinner.
It's your basic thugonomics.
The WCW Wrestling Cruiserweight Championship.
215 pounds only, people.
The WCW World Tag Team Championship. The WCW Hardcore Championship. And the WCW NWO World Championship. The WCW United States Championship.
Yes.
The ECW Classic World Heavyweight Championship. The ECW World Tag Team Championship. And the ECW World Tag Team Championship. As well as the AWA Classic World Heavyweight Championship.
Wow. First time an AWA Championships appeared on the game, isn't
I
it?
believe so. As well as this, we have the You're Welcome in 5 languages, which comes out in January 2013.
And what's this pack then?
Well, in this pack, free of charge, you get Layla.
Okay.
Available for the usual points for a superstar, you have Damian Sandow,
You're welcome.
Antonio Cesaro in 5 different languages. Uso,
Oh.
Jimmy and Jey Uso,
Alright.
Brian Pillman, the loose cannon is back, baby.
Smart marks.
And of course, Terry Funk as Chainsaw Charlie.
Wow.
Available also for 160 points or for $1.99 is the Moves Pack. This gives you additional moves that include Brock Lesnar's Kimura Lock,
Yep.
Chris Jericho's Lion Salt, Chris Jericho's Triangle Dropkick, the Heart Lock, which I'm led to believe is the Dungeon Lock, the Top Rope German Suplex, Super German Suplex, the Super Kick Pedigree Combo, the Delayed Vertical Suplex Power Slam, the Omega Driver, the Airplane Spin, the Flapjack Cutter Combo, which I believe, is pretty much a 3D.
Yes.
The Small Package Driver, the Sleeper Suplex, the Brock Lock,
Yes.
the Spinning Double Leg Takedown, the Fujiwara Armbar,
Yeah.
the Pin-Up Strong Submission move that Natalia used, the Lift Single Underhook DDT, the Corner Back Elbow Strikes, Half Nelson Breaker, and the Brainbuster!
Brainbuster!
The Top Rope Brainbuster, which is, if you don't know who El Generico is, which if you've been looking at our Tumblr, you really haven't been looking closely enough. A top rope brainbuster is a brainbuster to the top rope.
Yep. From the corner of the turnbuckle, the jump downwards.
Now, for your fan access, if you get the fan access, not only do you get everything involved that we've just mentioned, with a 10% discount, mind you, because it works out that way.
Yeah.
You also get the fan access. You also get online badges, which you only get via fan access.
Yeah.
And fan access exclusive superstars.
Such as?
There's only 2.
Okay.
And these are the bizarre one, Gold Dust. And the king of Bada Bing, DDP.
And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
And trust me, I believe, ironically enough, it comes out here on the Friday.
Yeah.
Now, the Friday, what's funny about this is No, we get it on the 2nd.
Yes.
It's the same day as the Newcastle house show.
Yes.
Well, I'm probably just going to get the game because I'm going to TV shows anyway, the tapings on the Monday and the Tuesday following. And I'm probably just going to get the game, bring my console over here, and once we've done the show, we'll be playing it.
Probably, yeah. Awesome.
Which means, because them two are, which means, yes, confirmed yesterday on Twitter, if you get the fan access, the superstars that come exclusively with the fan access, Goldust and DDP, are available on day of release. So, Steve, what match do you think we'll be doing first? Would it be CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan?
No.
No. Okay. Stone Cold versus The Rock.
Well, that's pretty good. It's been done.
Rock versus Cena.
Hell no, we've seen it.
I got it.
What?
Christian Attitude Era
Yes.
versus DDP.
This time, we'll make it for the WWE World Championship.
Bang! And that's all I've got. I'll have more next week because the WWE Universe mode has been updated. The new things coming to that. News of that comes Monday, and I believe they were teasing that the creation suites, as they call it.
Yeah.
You know, create a move, create an entrance, create a wrestler. All have various new things to it, and they believe they've mentioned that maybe announced on Wednesday some of the new stuff. So hopefully next week I'll have a lot more of this news for you. So that's basically the new game updates.
Now, again, with Jismie not here, it falls on me to handle the stats for this week's show. And this week, I've decided to go for a wrestler in his own right, a genius in his own right. I've decided to give you guys stats on Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Yay!
So, let's roll the jingle. Alright, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Are you guys ready? Well, say you guys. I keep thinking Jesse's going, so yeah. He has a net worth of $1.1 billion.
So do I.
He is 6'2", 248 pounds.
What's this for?
He's 248 pounds.
Sure.
From 1980 to present day, he's been the chairman of WWE.
Uh-huh.
From 1980 to 1993, he was the president of WWE, and he was the CEO from 1980 to 1993.
We're going to give Linda something to.
Yeah, he stepped down, and then from 2009 onwards, he's resumed the role of CEO.
Wonder why that was.
He was inducted into the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame and Museum in 2011.
Yep.
He is a 3-time PWI Feud of the Year award winner.
Oh, hold on.
What?
Bischoff.
Yes.
Austin.
Yes.
Triple H.
No, Shane McMahon.
Damn it!
1996, 1998, 1999, and 2001. The Stone Cold 1999 is considered the same. Right, he won PWI Match of the Year.
Yeah, really, yeah.
2006.
Oh, Shawn WrestleMania.
Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 22. He is a former WWE champion, former WCW champion, and he is a former Royal Rumble winner, winning it in which year?
ECW.
Yeah.
You said WCW.
Sorry. He's WCW. ECW, and he won the Royal Rumble.
He won the ECW championship in 2007. And he won the Royal Rumble in 99.
Yep, 1999. So there you go. Those were my stats on Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Nice and quick. Simple short facts there. So now let's find out the results of this week's edition of the hashtag Top 10. Right, so the top 10 was about this is basically one of those ones that Jismie would love. You know, if you could bring back a championship from WCW, WWE, ECW past, what would it be? So I give you guys a list of championships which are no longer, functioning as WWE or have been created but aren't current now. So things like the Internet Championship would fall in that category. So I gave you guys the list. So I'm just going to jump straight into the top 10. Now, an honourable mention, it goes to the World Tag Team Championships. They were voted 11th out of the entire thing. We had a lot of ties, but every single championship was voted on at least once. So the World Tag Team Championships came 11th, so unfortunate for them. Right, so number 10, the Martial Arts Championship. Yes, number 10, Martial Arts Championship, very surprising that people would want this more than the World Tag Team. Understandable. So, right, number 9.
It's different as well.
Number 9, Cruiserweight Tag Team Championships. This is from WCW. Now, it's hard to explain because Cruiserweight, the idea is it's like 215 pounds is the maximum weight. Now, I don't know if that meant that the tag team combined could only be 430.
No, they had to be Cruiserweights to be in the tag team.
Well, yeah, but the Cruiserweight, I was saying...
No, that's the rule.
Yeah?
They both had to be Cruiserweights.
Right, okay. So it was 215 each.
Yeah, I think the only champions in history was Billy Kidman and Rey Mysterio.
One of them was 220 at one point, but I think they just went, £5. Yeah.
What's the difference?
Eighth position, the Women's Tag Team Championship. This is an old one from the WWF days.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
The Women's Tag Team Championship, more popular than the Cruiserweight and the Martial Arts. I'm not surprised it's more popular than the Martial Arts, if I'm honest. So, number 7 is a tie. The $1 Million Championship and the Internet Championship. Very interesting because of how similar they are. Both championships created specifically by the people carrying them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, people... the $1 Million Championship, Internet Championship have the same kind of interest from people, it seems, overall. So very interesting how that worked out. And number 6, we have another tie. The Light Heavyweight Championship, again, £215, and the Canadian Championship. So these two championships tied again. Interesting idea, Canadian Championship. I'm not sure if it worked as well these days.
It was back with territory thing, wasn't
it? Exactly. But the Light Heavyweight Championship managed to make it on the list there. I always thought it was an interesting looking belt. That always caught my eye. Number 5, the Women's Championship. So the top.
We like to replace it for the Divas.
Yeah. So the top 5, we want the Divas Championship out and the Women's Championship in. It seems. I don't blame them. Number 4, another tie, the World 6-Man Tag Team Championship and the Television Championship. If you don't know what the World 6-Man Tag Team Championship was, pretty much what it says on the tin. 3-man teams, so 6 men in total. So you had a 6-man Tag Team Championship. This is a very short-lived title.
Yeah. It was actually bigger than WCW, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an interesting concept, though. Of course, the Television Championship, ECW, WCW both had this kind of title. I think it might be an interesting one to try WWE. Maybe they're down the line, because obviously they tried it. Obviously, you got TNA right now. I wouldn't try. Number 3. Number 3, Cruiserweight Championship made it in the top 3. Again, a long history with the Cruiserweight Championship. A lot of respectable wrestlers tied to it. Rey Mysterio, Gregory Helms. Even
Tajiri.
Yeah, Tajiri, Jamie Noble.
Yeah.
A lot of great guys that held that championship. Matt Hardy when he was funny.
Matt Hardy when he was still Fat Hardy.
Yeah. But yes, in second place, the European Championship. Again, understandable.
I thought that number 1.
Yeah, the European Championship, understandable. Obviously, it's outside of American. It's outside of the Americans, so it's an interesting one. And finally, number 1, yes, you guessed it, the Hardcore Championship was voted number 1 title that people would want to see brought back into active usage.
I voted number 2, so that was European.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. Those are your top 10. Hopefully, I'll have a new top 10 for you guys soon. But until then, we shall move on
until next time
to your favourite segment, to my favourite segment, to his second favourite segment after you're gonna watch. Sorry, I keep saying you're gonna get got. It is hashtag Fan Corner. A very quick fan corner for you guys this week. 2 questions, which we'll get straight to. Remember, you can send questions to us via Twitter or Tumblr. More on that in the shameless plugging. But our first question from @HappyStew asks, who does the hashtag Total Markout crew think will break Ryback's streak? So not who do we want, but who do we think will break Ryback's streak? So not who we think should do it, but who we think will do it.
It's not who we want, but who do we think?
Yes.
Who do we think? I think.
I'm just going to throw it out there. Cena.
Yeah, it's probably going to be Cena.
Because
Cena or Big Show.
Yeah, because Cena's the underdog.
Maybe Big Show.
Big Show, yeah, because he obviously ended Brodus Clay's.
He's in the heel mode as well, isn't he?
Yeah, and Big Show can do it. If Big Show does it, it doesn't take away from the dominance. Cause it is like, well, it is Big Show. Although, I would want them to handle it better than they did with Brodus Clay's.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. So, yeah, I say Cena, you say Big Show. Yeah. And from Steven, who asked, who are your favourite commentary duo or trio?
I have a few of these.
Yeah, fire away.
My favourite of all time is JR and the King.
Yeah, okay.
But a close second is Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan.
All right. I think for me, it's probably going to be... See, for me, if you want to speak in general, like on any given day, it would be JR and the King. A specific trio would have been Coach, JR and King during Backlash, I believe it was, when Eric Bischoff had faced Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah. Because
that was like... It was either Backlash or...
No Way Out.
No Way Out, yeah. I say it's... Because didn't that lead to him and The Rock or something?
Yeah, it's No Way Out 2003.
Right. So there you go. Because on that night, it was just fantastic. But yeah, I would say them. Look. So yeah, those are questions I've recorded. Please do send in questions. We know a lot of you are probably ill. Been a very horrible week for people to be ill, and the weather's been shitting on us. But yeah, do send us your questions in. We will answer every single one you send us. Hey, we even answer the trolls. So if you got a good question, they're guaranteed to get it answered. But how can you ask us questions? I hear about three of you, vaguely whisper. Well, we shall tell you all in the last segment of the show. Shameless plugs. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Total Markout, where we get updates on every video that's posted under the Total Markout banner. We are looking to post more updates onto there. We often do breaking news segments on there. Also follow us on Tumblr. It's the ultimate Total Markout source site. TotalMarkout.tumblr.com. Videos, any images that we think are awesome, any photos that we can't post on the show for legal reasons. All news about the hashtag Total Markout, hashtag Fantasy Wrestling League. If you want to get on board with that, we will be starting an internet one if there's enough interest. Also, you find information about the polls there, and you can ask us questions. Click on Ask the Mark something, ask us a question. Leave your name or be anonymous. We don't mind either way. Also, we have an online store, cafepress.com/Total Markout for all of your hashtag Total Markout merchandise, including t-shirts, cups, mugs, mats, badges, and stickers. And hell, even get them for your iPhone covers. Why the fuck not? Reyes Cannon is our artist, and Cannonball is his name. Follow him on cannonball.deviantart.com. That is CANNONBAWL.deviantart.com. And finally, it's time for the Twitters. Yes, follow Geek King, for he is the king of all geeks. Hashtag King of Kings. At Geek King, that is G33K_KING. That is G number 3, K_KING. And then there is me, Yes, no funny dog thing, no funny rhymes, I'm afraid, because I'm not that cool. Sigh. I am the boss, though. Hashtag SteveJones313, that is SteveJones313, that is number 3, number 1, number 3. Our next episode will be number 28, and that will be on October 13th, 2012. We thank you very much for joining us, whether you've been watching on YouTube or Blip. Leave your comments, like, share with your friends, recommend us, or, just spread the word, guys. And don't forget to send in your questions. We want your questions. We want to answer them. And if you have any any recommendations for You Gotta Watch, any matches that you like, any superstars you like the Geeking here to find decent matches for, maybe you want to learn about a wrestler, send them in as well. Send them via Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, whatever you want. Just send them our way and we'll post them on the show. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you on next week's episode of hashtag Total Markout.